Good evening, everyone, and welcome in. I'm so sorry. I think, but I think we are good to go like this, right?
Oh,
Okay. Thank you for the ice cream, Alex. Thank you for the ice cream. Um,
Ajigade.
so, today, as agreed, being the men's month, the previous week that passed was the men's week. So we're like, since we're not able, thank you guys. So I've achieved it. Thank you. So we're gonna use today to discuss about our men, get to hear from them, know what they really want, how they want it, and why they actually want those stuffs they will mention that they want today. So it's still the men's month, so we want to use this opportunity to appreciate them. And the week that just passed now was Father's Week, or the week that began this Sunday was Father's Sunday, right? Was Father's Day also, and a lot of us use the opportunity to appreciate our parents, and also I decided that okay, we should also use this week to talk about them, get to know more about them, what they want in life generally, how they would prefer for us to relate with them, treat them, and associate with them even better. So, sorry, I'll be leaving the floor very open to everyone in the room. So we'll get to express ourselves. Sorry guys, I'm busy now. Please give me a minute. No problem, Angel. Take your time. Take your time. Well, hope you can hear us. So please, I don't know who would like to take the stage or open the floor for us to go on, but I'll be here with you. Give me a moment. 1 minute, please.
hello, everyone. So while we wait for,
I got a bag.
yes, Becky, you're highly welcome. Thank God for your NEPA lights. At least we can see your face.
That is what you know.
Enjoy it while it lasts,
I'm
actually,
telling
because
you.
NEPA will shock
How
you.
can you how can you shout? How can you shout like that? Nepa!
For 1 week, I never see light. I bet allow me my shout. 1 week, I'm not seeing light. It needs shouting.
We can't
Thank
hear
you,
you well.
Nisha. Thank you. We hope you have a great day as well. If you're here and you like to come up, you can send a request to join the conversation. So I'm just trying to get my other account to come. 1 week. Alex, what is 1 week? Hmm? I see you tap in the comment section. You say 1 week. What is 1 week?
Yes, it's Becky's lights. Doesn't have light for over a
People
week.
don't
You
see
said
light.
you never see light for 1 week. I
Imagine.
say some people see them born they never see light. Oh.
Why? People were they born yesterday or today. Which one?
You get some people where they never see light now. At least if they born like this Agbo now, if they born person for like 2 months ago now, they no go ever see light. They for never see light by now. So you're enjoying. So about the music.
Okay. Okay, and so like I said, like this month is dedicated specifically to men. You get to discuss about their mental health and all. So Alex, are you talking to us? Hey, I don't even know how to change the filter that is on my face like this. Alex, were you saying something? Okay, you're muted. Okay. So like I said, this month is dedicated to you men. So our men in the house. We want to hear from you. This month is specifically for you to get to speak more about your mental health and your life, work-life balance and everything in general. Let's get to know you guys more. What you guys would like to do, what you like to be done for you, how you wish to be treated or how you love to be treated. So we want to hear from you so we can kickstart. Like whatever you say determines if it's within our capacity to achieve that or fulfill that for you guys. So please, I'm still waiting to hear from you. God I beg, shout out, Mr. Henry, Alex, every male folk in the building. This month is for you, and I'm dedicating today's podcast for you. June is known as the month for men's mental health awareness. So for everyone joining, you're welcome. If you're just joining us, welcome. My name is Inex, and what I do here is just talk randomly with my family members here. Talk about life's daily events and how it affects us. And today we'll be talking about our men's mental health and how to help them balance their work life, mental health, and lifestyle in general. So please, man, I'm waiting for you all. Hi, God I
Start.
beg.
How do
Um,
we start?
let's discuss mental health. To me, I feel this discussion, the ladies are the ones that are actually supposed to say something because the men have been built, customized, not to be on the asking side. So that's why men will not really want to say much. Uh-huh.
Really?
So
Okay, so you guys are customized not to be on the asking side.
their nature. So
I think
Mr. Henry, is that you agreeing to what is
I
being
think I
said?
think it should be
Is he
conversational.
giving the accurate sign, like perfecto? Is that you agreeing to it?
It's true
Yeah.
because in my own
I think it
side,
should be
you see that there are a lot of things. If we want to let out, it feels like we want too much from the women. You understand? It's like we want too much. You know,
Say it out. Say
when
it
you want
out.
to
Today
start
is your
saying
day. Say it out. Let's
when
know.
you want to start saying it, it's like, we complain too much. So what God I beg is saying, I feel it's right because it's more than like I'm built. Let me use myself here. The way I was when I was single, the way I do my things, the way I like my things to be,
Excuse me.
it's not how it is now because of my partner. I just
Okay.
have to adopt to her own and bring it up to myself. Sometimes it might not be okay, but because I want peace, I'll just take it. Do you get? So
Hmm.
that's how I feel because right now If you hear men, they want too much, they want this too much. You understand? Too much. They want this, they want that, they want this, but they've forgotten. Like men, just like what you say here, men, we deserve more of that too much, like they do. So that's how I feel. So I understand where it's coming from.
Alex, where are you going to? Okay. I was expecting you had something to say. Okay. So now, Mr. Henry, you don't want to say too much, or you don't want to say anything, so it doesn't look like you're asking too much,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. You see, let me bring something.
Okay.
It's normal, it's normal, but at times it's not normal. For instance, I work, my wife work, the kids go to school. The kids close around 4:30. She close around 5 year about. So because of all these things, I have to try my possible best to close on time so that I'll be home because of the kids.
Something is scratching my bum.
Something is scratching your bum. Anytime I'm having conversation, that is when something scratch your bum.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. Go and relax. I'm talking. When I finish, I will come and attend to you, okay? Please. I don't want to hear you something scratch your bum again. Okay, thank you. sorry. Oh.
No problem.
Sorry. So, so, oh God.
So let me continue from where my boss just stopped. So
Okay.
like I just put in the comment section,
Yeah.
men don't really ask for much. So we just expect the basic things should be occurred to us. So that we don't
What
like
is
asking
respect?
for. We don't ask for, because there's so many things. If we want to look at the ladies, they ask for so many things. But the men actually are just built for just the basics. Give us that and we'll get every other thing for ourselves. So we don't like rely or expect the ladies to give us. We prefer doing most things ourselves. So that's why we don't actually ask for. And we don't even feel concerned about not getting it because we don't really ask. Take, for example, the attention of the Father's Day celebration.
Okay.
Men don't actually complain about not being celebrated. Instead, some men actually on the Father's Day, they choose to be the ones celebrating for others instead of being celebrated. So it's just the nature of men, because they believe they are the one to actually take care of others, try to make every other person more comfortable. So they don't put themselves in a position where they have to be the one that they have to be taken care of. So it's not like in the nature of men. We're not like built for that. So that is
Okay.
why I feel that way. I feel that way. So every other person may have their own different opinion. Like I said, opinion are based on our environment,
And
what we listen
individuality.
to, what we hear. Yes, so everybody can tend to have different
Point
opinion.
of opinion.
So it's not like what I said must be the last and the final. So that's just how I feel it is to me.
Okay. Nice. Shato, you have anything to say before I make my
No,
little
no,
contribution?
no, not right now. I'm a little bit busy at work too, but no, not right now, or not yet, at least.
Okay. So you don't have any requests? You don't have okay, I can I was about asking that too. So you don't have any requests or anything to say about your love for your partner, friends, female colleagues, family members to treat you as a male? That's what we're asking of. Anyways, I'll go with God abeg zone. God abeg said respect, and I was just like googling to understand what the definition of respect actually really means. Um, Mr. Henry, do you want to say something? Your mic is beeping.
Okay. Like I was saying,
Okay.
so now I close. I had to rush down home and try to make things okay. The next thing, maybe I slept off. You understand? Because of tiredness. And she'll come back, she'll feel like, I was thinking before I come back, you will have done this, you will have done this. You understand? Because of how things are, I'm tired. Before you know it, if you as a man, you don't control yourself in that mood, do you know what will happen? It will escalate to something else. Because you begin to talk like, after all, this thing too is not my duty. Why should I be doing this? Why should I be doing that? Before you know it, you start to have this thing like this mental health issue, like you are getting tired.
Depressed.
Yes. But in women's situation, you always hear, I've been doing this, At least you just try and come and help me. Help me so that I can finish up fast. Help me so that I can do this. But when it comes to women, you begin to hear that thing I talk about. Like, you always want, you understand? So I feel like women should always just give that maximum respect to man. Don't talk back, don't talk back at men when they are talking. That's one thing that pisses most of the men off. When they are talking, the woman too is talking. When you are talking, the woman too is talking. Someone like me, I really don't like those kind of thing. Once the talking is becoming too much, before you know it, I'll just leave your presence, because I don't like too much of noise. Because the more you are talking, it's making me feel like this furious in me. Like I want to, my anger is going to boost up. Like before you know it, I might end up saying something I shouldn't say. At the end of the day, I'll begin to regret it. Like, why did I say it? Why should I even do this? That one will make me, now I will become moody. That moment, anybody that comes closer to me, you are on your own, because I'm not in a good mood. So sometimes these are the reason why you see men have this mental health issue. You see them, they'll close at work, they'll go and hang around somewhere, they'll take some drink. After enjoying themselves, they'll come home. You see them, they don't want to talk. You see them, they'll just go to bed and sleep. That is if they have nagging woman in the house. Sometimes these are some of the reasons. You see, men will stay late outside. You see some, they'll just go and hang around, because they know when they are back, they'll begin to hear query. Why? Do you get? For me, for a say, that's why, the last time when you were treating about marriage session, I said something. It's sacrifice, and the sacrifice men pay in a marriage is much.
More than
The
the
sacrifice,
women, you think?
yeah, more than the women. More than the women. The sacrifice men pay for a marriage, it's more, because the reason is this. You see, for this reason of this mental health issue here, if you are married and you love this woman, and suddenly this woman started bringing up attitude, it can cause this issue here. Before you know, when you talk, like, let me use my son for instance. When you shout at my son, or you talk like your voice is very loud, he will just use his hand to cover up his two ears. You understand? Cover out, then you see him shaking. Why? Because your voice is over him. That's how I am. If you are talking too much on me, I become scared because I'm not trained that way. So once like that thing has happened to me, I need a quiet place to just be there for that moment. And when I'm there for that moment, I'll start thinking otherwise. Are you sure this thing is good for me? Are you sure this thing is good for me? That's how it works with me. So that's why I just look at it. I don't want to have those kind of experience before you know it. So the sacrifice men are putting into marriage is more, except the
Okay.
man doesn't love you as a woman. That's when he will not put effort. He will just feel like, hey, if you want to go, you can go. If you feel like this is not good, you can go. You see, like that man, he doesn't want to have any issue. Is what you want. Because of this thing is what you want. Before you know it, you just calm the woman, talk softly. But how long are you going to be talking softly to the woman? Do you get? Just like what he's talking about, God Abel is talking about the Father's Day issue. Yeah, we end up celebrating ourselves. Do you understand? Because it felt like it's not like women are not doing it. Women are doing it. They are trying their best. Like my own sake, yeah, she's trying her best. But I put more effort to make sure she try her best too.
Welcome in, my love.
Do you
Hi,
get? So
darling.
that's
How are
how
you?
I see the whole thing anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe any other person can have their own say too. You know.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Henry. Laurentia, my love, welcome in, sweetheart.
Hey,
Thank you for joining me.
sweetheart. You're looking
How are you
beautiful.
today? Oh, thank you. How are you today? Hope you're done with work.
Day off today. Been relaxing. Nice
Sorry?
weather. Yeah, good.
Oh, you're on night shift.
No, day off today. It's my day off
Oh,
today. I've been
oh,
relaxing today. Yeah.
oh, a lot of enjoyment. Welcome in. So Laurentia, we are
Thank
talking
you.
about mental health. You know, the month of June is a month dedicated specifically to celebrate the men and talk about men's mental health. So I decided today on the podcast we'll be talking more about men and their mental health and lifestyle, work life, and life balance in general. So you coming from the medical perspective or section, um, I don't know if you have any contribution, if you have something to say significant as regards men's mental health, like what causes men's depression, like a percentage, if you can give like a percentage of men's depression rate, what causes it the most, like what puts most men into depression, and or some of the men in the house have spoken, and they are more of the opinion of we women not giving them the respect they think they deserve. So they want us to be more respectful, give them more respect. Hello, Sergio, welcome in. So I don't know if you have anything to say as regards that. You work in the medical field, so you know you see a lot of this, and probably you've seen most patients, male patients, come in due to depression and all. Like, can you tell us what you think makes them fall into depression more often?
Yeah, I think medically, I think in general, men and women, we all face depression, anxiety, and every now and then. But I think I think the pressure that society puts on men is just too much. Most especially ladies, families. We tend to like, oh, you're a man, you need to do this, you need at age 20, at age 25, you should have this, you should do this. The pressure is just too much, and relationship wise as well, I think most men are literally depressed and they're just having this face mask oh, everything is okay, everything is fine. They, pretending to be happy, but a lot of men are actually depressed. And I think women, most women, part of, the country where we, where we came from, Nigeria, when I come from, it's like most women over there, they see men as a way out of it, a way out of poverty, a way out of, or I've actually seen a man that would take me out of this. And they put so much pressure on men. And when they meet a man, and if you look at it in the other way, when a man fell in love with a lady, and a man sees a lady that he actually likes, that wants, to plan the future with. On the other hand, the lady is seeing a different thing. And the lady will put this pressure. I want this, I want that. You should be doing this, you should be doing that. Or if my man is not, having these figures monthly, or if my man is not this, that, if my man is not living in this location, not driving the latest car, not doing this, I'm not doing that thing. And because the man loved the woman, what will happen? They will literally do everything within their power just to, place the woman, just so they don't lose the woman. I think most men are depressed. And like the hospital where I work, you basically see, I think most male patients that we have, they don't get family visits like our female patients do. You see, when the mom is ill, you see lots of family members, the children tripping in. Oh, mom is ill, mom is tired, we want to see this, they're concerned. But sometimes you see a male patient there, and wake out, no one has turned up to visit yet. But when it's the mom, like talking about Father's Day, where people celebrate Mother's Day a lot more than, you know, Father's Day. Why? Because I think women are also a contributing factor in terms of that. Because, for example, you have a child for a man, and just because you have a little misunderstanding with the man you have a baby for, you tend to badmouth the man for the child, and paint this black lace to the child just to make sure that the child sees the father in a different way. It's just, yeah, most men that are working out there are really struggling. They're depressed, but people don't see it. People don't see it. Yeah, that's just, yes, actually a lot, to be honest, honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. So from what I got from what you said now, it boils down to the women. So you I feel you're saying that women are a contributing factor to men's being down mentally and depressed. That's what you say.
Yeah.
Like we are a more contributing factor to it.
Yeah, it depends. It's some countries, so, but I think mostly in Nigeria, men are just pressured there. Jesus, I was there a couple of months
So
back, and
let's use the US and the UK. Let's leave Nigeria and let's use other. Do you see men go into depression over there in the UK?
yeah, men did go into depression here in the UK, but I don't think it has something to do with women putting pressure on them, because the lifestyle over here is literally, you bring to the table, I bring to the table.
Okay.
We want something, let's work towards it. You fancy
Okay.
this big house, let's work towards it. You fancy this holiday, let's work towards it. So it's more like teamwork over here.
Over
So
there.
I don't think, yeah,
So
don't
what
get me
still
wrong,
makes
it
them
still
into
happens.
depression?
Pardon?
Yeah. What still makes them go into depression? Saying that okay, it's not like back here in Africa Nigeria, where the women are more demanding and then forces the men into doing things that they are not expected to do, or like pushes them to do more where they can do. So now let's go to the UK, the US, and other European countries. I know men go into depression over there. So I want to know now what makes them go into depression. What are these factors? Now we've been able to like factor one aspect of it from the West Africa region. So I want to see from the Western region what makes them go into this depression.
Uh,
Maybe environment of its own.
over here, I think in UK, yeah, I've not been to America to be honest, so I won't say a lot about it. But here in the UK, few couple of guys I've seen that that are quite depressed. It's mostly about family issues, feeling bit neglected, not being heard, and lots of family issues and all that. The part where we come from, yeah, in Nigeria, we have this family oriented thing that family, we help each other, we support each other. We're family oriented in Nigeria, but over here, it's just literally like
Yeah.
mom, dad, and the children. That's just it. There's nothing like extended family. Oh, my uncle, or my auntie, brother, or father's father. There's nothing like that over here. So when men like that, when they feel being left out, it throws them into depression or like seriously. Like I have a friend that I won't want to mention his name. He was quite depressed at some point. Why? Because he felt like he's not being heard. He's not, he's just, he felt like he's been left out in the whole family in terms of, because he had issue with his father. He wanted to study engineering, and then his field was to go into the medical field. That's just what he wanted to do. But his father wanted him to study engineering and all that. So, but his younger brother, which I don't want to mention his name again, decided to choose that.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to, study the engineering. So with
Used to
that, the
know.
father, it's like the love and the attention and everything was automatically transferred over. So they see this younger one as, oh, he's the one, he's the thing, and he's just he just feels big left, and although they still do everything together as family, but he feels so. What we see as not a big deal back home, over here is, oh my God, it's a big deal. Oh, I'm not being heard. Oh, they don't love me anymore. Yeah, but depression, to be honest, depression in the UK, I think, yes, I was seeing something on TikTok one day that there's something going around in this UK that once you come into this UK, you think that, oh, it's a lovey dovey country, but literally
You
it's
go into
not.
depression.
It's so, it's depression. Most people are just wearing face masks outside, walking around, but it's, you know. Yeah, but I can't really say about men, feeling deep. Most of the ones I've seen here is genetic, like severe anxiety leads to depression, leads to bipolar, from bipolar to dementia, Alzheimer's, vascular dementia, and all that. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
You're
Natasha. Thank you.
welcome,
Actually,
family.
for the submission. Okay. I was going through
Oh,
a
this thing is
piece.
rolling. Oh my God.
Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, you have
Sorry.
anything distracting you
So
then.
sorry. You alright? Yeah, I'm alright. Thank you.
Okay.
Where are we going to?
Okay. So like
Loretta, where do you want to eat? Anywhere, I don't mind. Do you want? I'd like to sit outside.
okay.
Hello, Ines.
Okay. So, like I was saying, sorry guys, I didn't get to introduce Laurentia. Laurentia is actually my sister and a friend also. So, we are from the same parts, back here in Nigeria. We are from the same state. So, we actually met on a platform also, and we've been friends for like over 3 years now. Yes, she's our sister. So, like I was saying, like what she just mentioned now, she mentioned stress could lead to men's depression. When she meant stress, she meant like overhauling the men with a lot of pressure, especially from the female aspect. It could be from your partner. It might not be when you're just dating, maybe even married, just like Mr. Henry had mentioned, like your partner overburdening you with a lot of demands that can make a man be weary and down mentally. And she also mentioned negligence. Will I say negligence or neglect? Neglect, yes. I think negligence is different from neglect. That's what I wanted our speaker to contact us on, but we are yet to get him to do that. Hopefully, he'll be back up and you'll be able to contact us on neglect. So neglect, it's like when you abandon them, yes. When someone feels abandoned, when you neglect, them, it tends to make them. Someone is talking. Someone is talking, and I cannot hear nothing. Sorry, Sergio. I can see your comment
Network is
now. Can you
pretty
hear?
bad.
My network is breaking, right?
It's not even
Yeah.
breaking. We could
Oh,
not
so
hear
sorry.
anything.
Oh my God! But can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
Yes, we
can
can hear
hear
you
you.
clearly now.
Okay, and you can see me as well, right?
Yeah.
Can you see me? Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
we can see you even moving.
Okay.
Now.
Sorry, I was trying to go change my router connection, but I don't know how it will look like leaving the screen blank while you all are still here. Okay, but since you can hear me now, can I go on? Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section.
Now we can hear you clearly.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, so I was saying that from a case study, I was doing a research, and then um, I was talking about the percentage of men who would rather speak about their mental health, and a percentage who do not want to talk about it because they feel like it's embarrassing to do so. Do you get? So it says 77% of men have suffered with symptoms of common mental health conditions such as anxiety, stress, or depression, while 40% have never spoken to anyone about their mental health. 29% thinks it's too embarrassing to talk about it, while 20% feels like it has a negative stigma for one to know that you're into depression. I don't know if you heard when I mentioned earlier on about Mr. Henry agreeing to God abeg as regards respect. Who dropped now? My network is bad again. Almighty God.
Okay, you're back now.
I need to change. Let me see if I can quickly change the router position and come back. Please, just a second. Please.
Okay. Welcome to the live. If you're here, drop your heart me, drop your lion on my head, and drop any other gift you
I
have for
can
the
hear
host.
you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. And thank you for
Yes, we can
saying.
hear you now.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So like I was saying that most men feels it's too embarrassing for them to talk about their mental health or even discuss it with anyone. And I was saying that I was agreeing with you. Is the broadcast always on Thursdays? Yes, it is. No, Adele. It's every Thursday from the hours of 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Welcome in. I was sending you an invite. I don't know if so. As I was saying, Laurentia mentioned that most men go into depression due to the stress and expectations we have on them, right? Like putting too many expectations. So she kind of narrow it down to we women being because of your stress and the reason for your depression. And then Mr. Henry and God Abeg also narrowed it down to we women being because of your stress and depression for not giving you the respect that you deserve or demand. So, really, at this point now, I've like each time I get to talk to men, like in some families when I realize that maybe they are having issues, marital issues and all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nia. I'll be expecting to see you. Thank you. And you try to find. I can hear someone talk. I don't know. I think it's Laurentia's speaker. Okay. Um, when you tend to find out what's happening, it ends up being that it's the woman that is the issue. Do you get? They'll be like, "Oh, she talks back at me," just like Mr. Henry has mentioned. So now, Angel, you're here. Men say they don't like us talking back at them. Oh. Hello, Mr. Obi. Also, you can mute anyone. Okay. Okay. Um, men say they don't like us talking back at them. Hello, Mr. Obi. I sent you an invite. So if you like to come up, you can come up. So they say they don't like us talking back at them. We talking back at them, not giving them enough respect is what is causing them to break down mentally most times. I don't know. I personally will work on that. when you say not talking back at you, that means I should stay muted. I should stay put when maybe you're telling me something and okay, Mr. Henry, yes, you can elaborate on that. 100%.
It's not about like you keeping mute when you talk. You understand? You know, it happened in such a way of like argument. You understand?
Okay.
Argument. When you argue too much, like you know, when ladies are some of them they are so mean. Like they always want whatever thing they say should be the final say. More like I know what I'm telling you. I want you to do this. I know what I'm telling you. I'm telling you should do this, you should do before you know it. It will escalate. It will escalate to something else. So how I do my own is this. When I'm talking and I'm talking, and I'm letting you know that you know what you're about doing, it's not going to be nice, you doing it. And I know that she said no, and this is how I want to do it. I end up just keeping quiet, and I know for sure 80% that thing she's about doing, there's going to be issue with it. I know. At the end of the day, it will happen. Like what I've said no to, it's really no. Then you will now see. That's where the problem will not start. When every little thing you do like you know too, you understand? That one alone is an off key for me. So it's not like when we talk, you just have to say no. No. Sometimes you women, when you keep quiet, it's not like women we know too much. But God has given men that gift. Especially when you are a married man and you focus on your marriage, it's a gift. Whatever thing your partner want to do, you always have that say in a life to do the right thing. But if there is no communication in it, that's when you see that off in a marriage, which is very, very bad. It's always good for a woman to always say something to the man, like, oh, this thing want to, like me, I've made a lot of mistake. I won't lie here. But like if I've listened to my wife as well, I believe those mistakes I've made, I wouldn't have done it. But because I felt like what I'm doing is right for me at that moment, but later on I felt like, oh, like I listened. It's the same way. It's vice versa. But I felt like women at times, the complaining and too much of talking can even make you want to go out of the house just to make sure there is happiness, because your happiness is the most important thing. If you are not happy in the house, everything in the house is just abnormal, you see. So anyway, that's all I have to say for now.
Okay. Thank you so much. In the comment section, Lorenzo is saying that active listening skills and knowing when to come in matters a lot. Now, this is really one thing, like maybe there will be a course for that. Maybe we need to go for classes on this because I don't know, I think I'm also guilty of this because at the time maybe you're in a heated argument, like God Abel said. Everyone wants to be heard. Everyone wants to make a point at the time. So maybe at that time, I'm so hot. I'm so heated up. I don't want to listen. I want you to hear me instead at the time. So I will not want to be actively listening to you at the time, maybe. So I want to know, or rather, will I say, let me plead. Because like you all have mentioned now, and it boils down to women, seem as though we are your major factor, we are your major problem. And it's really, really very questioning for me because I felt like your partner should be like your source of joy instead of your source of problems. You get, and you say that women are the problem. It makes me worry, like because yes, sometimes when maybe my dad and my mom are having issues and you ask, my dad will be like, "Mother is my problem." This, that you get. You ask my mom, your father is my problem. And in my head, I'm like, so if you put
Ines,
that problem to each other, how do
Ines,
you describe this? Yes, please.
do you know? Do you know most of the divorces across now? When you find out that what is the problem,
Yeah.
do you know most of the time these are the issues. Some of the divorces now, these are the problem. You see, Is either you hear, the man talks too much, the woman do this, the woman. Sometimes these are just the issue of some of the divorce. In Africa, it's different. In US, in London, just like what she said, over there the system believes on, and you support, I support. It's more or less like 50-50 game. Okay, when it happens like the man is not capable enough in the family, before you know it, divorce has come, because the man is not able to pay the bills. The man is not able to do some of the what's it called,
Responsibilities.
the responsibilities. Before you know it, it will cause a lot of issues. The man will just feel like, instead of this thing is going to put us to issue, you know what, I just have to go my way, you go your way. That's the problem. So sometimes all this issue is just understanding. But for the mental health issue, I think it's not just women that need this therapy. Men need this therapy as well. Just you need someone to just always talk. Yeah, men need therapy. You need to go somewhere, someone talk to you about your issue. Because this early time, you see, men die very quick of just little things. Men die easily now because of this. You stress yourself, you do this, you do, before you know it, you get sick. And once you are sick, you are dead. Once you are dead, you are gone. So the best advice I give to men is don't stress yourself too much. Let go of these little things from women. If you want to put more of your energy in it, you just end up killing yourself. And me, I keep saying, I'm just talking on my own perspective. You understand? Me, as I am now, I don't argue. I don't talk much. Once I see that your talking is becoming so much for me, I leave the house, I go sit down somewhere, relax. Before you know it, I'm back. I end up saying, I'm sorry. I know what you said before. I know I did. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing, but because I still want to maintain my marriage. That's the reason why I end up saying, I'm sorry. Because if you, the man, you are waiting for the woman to always say you are sorry, you become so more angry in you. Before you know it, that fire in you will just boost up. And when you boost up, what is it that you are looking for? The next thing, you begin to think of, this woman is not the perfect woman for me. There's no any marriage that doesn't have ups and downs, but it just take one person to just understand and bring it back, like, you know what, this is how it should go. Fine, I don't want us to be fighting, I don't want us to be doing this. Don't talk too much back at me, I won't talk. So just that understanding, I feel like it's going to help a lot of men, because men are really suffering. I'm telling you, men are suffering. But just like most men, if not on your platform, I don't think I've ever said this before. Like me, I don't think I will ever discuss my issue like, this is what I'm facing. No. I always like to work on it. That's how I do my things. But because here, I feel like it's something like we need to learn. That's the reason why I just had to bring up my little, way of seeing it. Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for your input. Hey, with Fali, welcome in. I did not want to stress you because of the last time we spoke, you said you're still recuperating. So I hope you're feeling better today. Welcome in. You've not missed quite a lot, but you might have missed quite a few. So we're talking about men's mental health today and how well we can manage it, how well we can help them, like not fall into depression or the anxiety, stress, and all of that that causes and leads into depression. So we're asking men to let us know how well we can, how well, not even, I don't want to use the word how best, how well we can like relate with them, live among them, be with them, to maybe to be able to relate with them better, because it seems as though most of your issues are centered around us, the women. From God Abeg down to Mr. Eri, and even Laurentia from the female angle when she came in. Everyone is putting the blame on women. They say women are the cause of your problems. Women are the cause of your mental um, um, health issues. Women are the cause of your depression. So we want to know, how can we do better as women? Laurentia has mentioned that we can be very supportive. We should adopt the supportive means that the Western culture adapts to, which is maybe like having a 50-50 relationship when it comes to family and relationship affairs. Mr. Henry Sweet is also recommending that, right? Mr. Henry, am I correct? You're also recommending the 50-50, right? Repeller, you're welcome. Are you sure you're the repeller? Welcome in. Mr.
No, I'm not
Henry.
the revealer.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome in.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, so we are having an ongoing conversation. I think, can you mute, because I think I'm re-echoing. I don't know if
Okay.
it's okay. We are having an ongoing conversation. I don't know if you were here earlier on or you're just joining. If you are just joining, we are having a mental health awareness for our men. The month is the month's mental health awareness month. So we are dedicating this week, today's podcast, specifically to men. We want to know how well we can treat our men better and help a lot of them to come out of depression and balance their life and work lifestyle in a more balanced way, that they don't end up being overworked, stressed, or being depressed. Thank you for the follow. So that's what we're talking about. If you have any contribution, like maybe you know the causes and you know how we can tackle it, you can actually unmute your mic or signify in the comment section, and voila, you have the flow. So, Angel, I don't know if you were here with us or you were far away from your phone. Our men have spoken, and they mentioned that they want more respect. We should be more respectful. We shouldn't, like when it comes to argument, when you're having an argument, like we should keep calm, let them have the say, rather than always wanting to like have the final say or have your bidding done. So these are some of the things they're saying we can do to help them balance their life. So I want to know now, like for some men who are not married yet, it could be a student as a guy, and he's going through some mental phase, like he's going through a very depressed phase. This has nothing to do with relationship now. It could be like, this has nothing to even do with work, because the person is not working, neither is the person married. Do you get? And do you still see them ending up being depressed? Mentally, they are down. So, what do you think? Like, how can someone like help them to come out of this state? I don't know if any of us have an idea as to how we can help generally. Now, this doesn't have to do with, thank you so much for the Ask Me Pella. This doesn't have to do with relationship now, so we can't say it's madam that is disturbing Oga at home. Do you get? So this is now a young man, maybe is navigating his life, he's moving from one phase to another in his life, and he's already going into a depressed mood. How do you think he can be managed? To better our life depression, women, just tell us that you don't need our money. If you have the mind, come up here and say it. Welcome in, Yasmin. It's better to help, not put one there. To come out is difficult. I agree. Sergio, you're saying we should not ask for money. So it's money that makes you feel depressed. We asking you for money, that's what makes you go into depressed mode. Is that what you're saying, Sergio? Sergio, come up, oh. Come up and tell us what you mean by that. Wait, Valley is not talking today. Oh, my friend is not feeling well.
And no,
Sorry.
like I'll talk when my time comes. I'll
Okay.
submit. I'll say something.
Oh, okay, okay. Sergio, you said we should not ask for money. It's money that is making you people depressed.
The pressure is too much.
The pressure from demanding for money. What if we ask for just small money, small, not plenty money?
Small money. Have you tried to check out how much am I earning?
Hmm. So you would rather a woman doesn't ask you for money at all?
No. Like, tell me that you don't need my money. It turns me on.
Angel, I'm missing you on all this action. Yeah.
Tell me you don't need my money. It turns me on.
Wow.
Really?
Okay. So
Pressure
aside
is-
that, nothing puts you into depression.
Okay. Let me talk about my own perspective of looking at it.
Yes, we could hear you. Okay, Sergio, go on, please. Tell us
Oh.
quickly.
What I think about depression, it is very rare. So for me to see some of those people that are going through depression because they don't usually express themselves. But I think the one victim that I saw one time who was going through depression was a guy who has worked in Gabon for so many years, and his wife was here in Cameroon, here in Yaoundé, and what he has been sending money for investment, like building housing, doing business. When he came back after 7 years, he realized that the wife was not like doing any investment, and everything that he was doing, the money, even the houses that he built here, there was no maintenance, and children were just going wayward. So when I had to go close to the guy, I was like asking him because the guy was really acting funny for some time. When he came back, all he was doing was like drinking, staying outside for long, and sleeping in the bars, nightclub. So when I came to ask him what was the problem, he never told me. Then I only discovered that that's what he has been going through. I think the problem of depression it could be individual problem. It just depends on how you handle your own problems you get, or when you are into institutions, how you handle it. There are some people whereby they have a problem, they go to counselors for them to get some solutions, and there are some people that don't know how to express themselves, whatever they are going through, especially when it comes to this marriage. What I would say is, when you're going through this, consult or you can talk to, express your mind to. I think you will, if you cannot solve one, or if you cannot solve 50% of it, but just your mind airing it out, it goes down to at least even 12 or 15 or 20%. Now, I have another perspective of looking at the depression with some of my friends that are over there, like
Now, I have another perspective.
somebody's echoing. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's muted now.
Uh, I have some of these my friends that are in the Western world where they are working, they're taking care of these old people, and most of them they tell me about most old people in the Western world, they are going through depression. I was like trying to find out what's happening to them, and most of them are men. What he find out was they were being abandoned. The Western world culture is more like you hardly see a father having many kids, and you hardly see a father having many associations like here in Africa, where you will see a father having his daily meetings or his old classmate friends. They are just so close. So now it makes them now like when you have a problem, you can't easily express it. You can't even like have a distraction places where you can like bring out your problem or you can forget about your problem. So it makes them to go through depression, and that is why when you told me about that, I had to come back. Now I was like, most of some of those our friends that are out there, you will realize that most of them are always like on social media. Reason why they are on social media, they're always like, let me get back to Africa, let me get to talk to one or two people, let me get to talk to or play or get
Yeah.
something different from my environment. I think that by so doing, it is helping them not to go through depression. You are here in if you are in Nigeria like me here in Cameroon, if I'm tired or maybe if I come back from work, if I'm not talking with my colleagues, I can go out after work. I can go to hang out with my friends, with my family, or my classmates.
Yeah.
I think by so doing, if I have a problem, within that moment, I think I've forgotten about my problem. Neither work or I've forgotten about my problem. But if I was just alone, just close to myself, me coming back from work, I think I can go through the same thing. So you have a problem, try to get distraction, not negative distraction, but a positive distraction. You can decide to go for vacation, you can decide to go leave your town. I think it will help a long way.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shadow. Thank you. Okay, so like I mentioned, I did my findings, and I've seen a lot of people go into depression, both the male and female. And what I've found out that causes most people to go into depression sometimes is um, heartbreak.
Yeah.
Some having heartbreak from their loved ones, and this heartbreak could be. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. This heartbreak could be even from family members and not just of the opposite gender. It doesn't have to do with like relationship. It doesn't have to be like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband and wife kind of relationship. Okay, so me the box is full. One. If you have a submission, I can just request for someone to come down so you come up and give your submission. I can see your request. Thank you. Okay, so now let's say for instance now a family member not feeling being loved like others are being loved, just like you mentioned that you see most of the men go into depression because they do not have enough children, and maybe when these children are old enough they get married, they go to other place, other cities, and they start up their own life. They tend to abandon their aged parents, not even checking on them and all of that. This can make you go into depression, loneliness. Do you get? So that for me, I see it as heartbreak. What makes you feel lonely when you don't have anyone checking on you? You don't have friends who calls you. There was a time I was reading just yesterday. I was reading a write up. Okay, Shato. Okay. I was reading a write up, and in the write up, they said this lady had died 2 years and nobody found out, not even the neighbors. Poor sex performance can also lead to depression. Wow. Whoa. Laurentia, I've been sending you requests to come up so you can come and give me this submission. So me. Show me welcome in. How are you doing? Laurentia, you come up to tell us so how poor sexual performance can lead us to depression. Okay, so I was reading. This lady had
Good day,
died.
guys.
Hello, welcome in, so me. This lady had died 2 years ago and no one noticed because she had no one around her. She had no friends. And she was there seated watching a TV broadcast. So that was how she passed away. And in the first 3 months, her rentage was being paid due to auto renewal. Do you get? So, and when it got past the 3 months, rent had expired, account balance had dropped low and could not be renewed automatically. So the landlord started sending a bill via mail, and the mail was piling up on her doorstep. no neighbor deemed it fit to come check on her or to even say why are this men not being picked from the doorway, or they've not seen their neighbor stepped out in 2 days and no one is coming to check. Unlike back in Africa, um, if you have close by neighbor, except you're maybe in a secluded area, you built your house in a very, maybe a developing environment where it's just you, you don't have close by neighbors yet. Because I've seen that happened in Nigeria also, far in the Ogun State. A man had died, but he had died just like a week before they noticed it. People passing by noticed the foul smell coming, and they had to call in the authorities. And when the police came in, the bush in the house has overgrown. Unlike when the man is always there, he will clear it. His car was parked just outside the house there. It hasn't moved for a week. So they had to force their way in. And when they forced their way in, they found his decayed body on the bed. So unlike this lady in the Western world, she had long past 2 weeks and 2 years. So when the landlord had to come evict her, and when the landlord came with the authorities to like go into the house to be able to maybe take out her properties and all, and that's when they found her skeleton on the chair where she's seated. So it was really, really, so in such situation that imagine someone who is there lonely, had no siblings or friends checking on them. This can lead to a depressed state. You might feel very sad and go into depression at the time. And then again, like you've mentioned, when your partner is overwhelming and over demanding of you, it can lead you to a depressing state. So you mean years, like years? Yes, 2 years. She had died 2 years. 2 years, not 2 days. 2 years before she 1 year passed, 2 year passed before they got to know that she had died. The neighbor that perceived the foul smell, they say probably it's due to the waste bin and all. So I'm like, where is that from? Unlike Nigeria, that we are very nosy, we'll trace that smell. Oh. We'll trace that smell to go and know where it's coming from and ask you why is such smell oozing out from your environment. You're disturbing others. Do you get? So it's really very, very questioning sometimes the way some people live their life, but it's their life obviously, so you can't really question them. You can only but question yourself inside. So in this situation, recommend um, if I'm to recommend a way out, it would be like you socializing more, try to make friends, have one or two persons that you can actually be close to that can check on you, you check on them, so you don't fall into a depressing state. And when you're falling into that state, you can always go see them. Like these people must be like very nice to you. It shouldn't be people, they shouldn't be friends of benefits or friends with the intentions of benefiting something else from you, because at that time it might even put you into another depressing state when you realize that, oh, this person I've got friend all along is only friend with me because of what they intend to gain from me. Do you get? And when it comes to relationship affairs, heartbreak, matters of the heart is one serious issue I can't really even dive on, because many of us must have suffered from heartbreak at one point in time. But what I would say, what I would say, you should use to maybe mend your heartbreak is not dwelling on it for too long. If maybe you're in a relationship with a guy or a lady, and this lady says they're no longer interested and all, don't dust your feet. Try to, yes, it can be very overwhelming, it can be so painful at the time, but I want you to know that when there's life, this person is not really meant for you. If they were meant for you, they will never go. Just have it in hearts that if someone was meant for you, at no point in time would they ever try to hurt you or would they ever try to leave you. So if they leave you, count it as an opportunity for you to find someone better. Somebody should check on me. Oh, my baby, I will check on you real soon. I'm checking on you right away. So when it comes to matters of the arts, just take your heart away when someone tells you it's over. Don't think about, oh, I've invested so much on this person and now they're telling me it's over. This is the end for me. And you dwell in it to the state that you get into a depressed mode. No. Just see it as, oh, this is where life has brought both of us, and we probably might have learned or you might have not learned anything. But let me let you know that in every situation, you must learn something. You must learn something. At least you've learned how to associate with someone better. You've learned what the means, their tactics of coming close to you, so you know already. When you see someone coming with such tactics, you already know. So I think that's a lesson learned from it. So don't dwell so much on your heartbreak, so you don't end up hurting yourself. Lorenza, welcome back. So you said poor sexual performance can lead to depression. Please, can you enlighten us more? Thank you.
Oh, thank you for that. You see, men see sex as, sex is a big deal, in relationship, in marriage, in everything. It's quite a big deal, and most people tend to, ignore it. And most men, they actually face this thing, and unfortunately, it's something that they see very private, and they can't just discuss it openly with people. Men can be, struggling with erectile dysfunction, and on being unable to perform well in bed, being unable to satisfy their woman. Men have this thing like after sex, and a woman go like, "Oh baby, you did really well, or you're very good. I felt really, good." You're stroking their ego. It makes them feel like, "Damn, I'm good. I'm a man. I'm man enough. I'm doing my job." You get. Or when you spend time with a woman, you make love with a woman, then the woman turn around and say, "Oh well, oh yeah, that's fine, that's good," and then they just walk out, or they don't show any signs of like they feel satisfied that they've had something with you. It just make them, it's like you're just taking their pride away. It's like you deflect them. So
So you're
if
saying we should
men
fake it. We should fake it to them, even when you did not feel like,
no,
oh wow.
no, I'm not saying we should fake it to them. I
Okay.
think most men are, strong. Most men are literally depressed because of that, but they're not saying it. They're just walking about looking from one herbs to the other, Google one medication or the other, just to sort themselves out instead of actually, speaking up, meeting someone to help them get out of it, but they're depressed low-key. And I think in a relationship, I think faking it just to please your man, I think it would cost more harm than good, because you're literally not happy.
Yeah.
You're not happy. You're just pretending to be happy. So I think that's why I said earlier that, active listening skills is also important.
Okay.
When you're in a relationship, learn how to have a conversation, a very deep conversation with your partner. And it works both ways. Give each other room to speak, and not just letting people speak, you also listening, because there's difference between, there are some women, they would go like, "All right, since you say I've talked too much, since you say I've laughed too much, I'm just gonna keep quiet," right? You just go, and they'll start playing with your phone, or they will, behave some kind of, nonchalant attitude with a red wine or glass or with a phone, and just be scrolling through their phone while the man keeps talking. That is a rude behavior.
Okay.
If you want to say, okay, speak, you have to be in composure, listen to what the person is saying, and
Okay.
then I think men should do it in return. And you should not be, non-judgmental. You should listen and actually pay attention to what they're saying, and don't just judge them based on, what they've said so far. I think men are depressed with that, but they're not saying it. They are hiding that part, because it's a private thing. You can't just open and say, "Oh, babe, or I'm actually struggling. I'm not getting enough erection, or I've got low sperm count, or within 2 minutes my milk is out. Within 1 minute, my milk is out. I don't know how I'm going." It eats men. To be honest, I think after money, after financial problem, I think there's something else that It's men most, but people don't talk about it. And that is the bedroom thing. That bedroom thing, when you can't satisfy your woman anymore, it's meant to, it's like you've taken their gun from them. It's like a weapon to them. And I think women should also try and stroke men's ego when you've had a good time with your man, Hey baby, you were good. Cry. You lovely. I love it. I enjoyed it. You need to speak up rather than behaving oh, it was good, and just wearing your thing and just walking out of the room. It doesn't make sense. That's rude. You've spent some time with your husband. Talk about the lovely time you've had. Oh babe, I enjoyed it. You did that. You did something different today. And I love that. Talk about it over a meal. Talk about it over, have a drink while you're talking about it. Men like to hear it. You're stroking their ego. And when they're having issue with that, they get depressed, but they can't say it. They get really depressed that they can't even. And again, it all depends on the approach. It all depends on your countenance as a woman. Some women, their countenance, their approach, you look at your faces, a man can't even approach them to say, babe, can I have a discussion with you? You look at their face, you can't even speak to them. Why? Because of their appearance, the way they present themselves. But if you present yourself in a calm manner, sit with your man, have a chat, don't raise your voice, listen. I think it works. But yeah, I think post-sex sexual performance is one of the things men are literally struggling with, and they're just really, really shy, and they hide behind on the things. When there's most men that are struggling with that, they tend to see, oh, the woman knacks too much, oh, the woman is not cooking, the woman is not cleaning, the woman is not this. If you see some men, some relationship, people that are dating, I've worked it out that most people, the actual problem in the relationship, they are deviating from it and discussing other things, whereas the main issue in that relationship is sex. Probably made it could be that the lady wants to explore other options. It could be that the man wants to explore other, sex fantasies. There's this thing that is trending that he or she wants to enjoy. But because both of you are not discussing it, or you two used to have a really good sex and you guys used to enjoy it, but all of a sudden it stopped. Maybe like I said earlier, erectile dysfunction, your mix come out within 2 seconds or 1 second, but it used to
Okay.
previously used to be 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, but all of a sudden it turns to like 2 minutes, 2 seconds. And the lady is shy to approach the man to say, babe, what is going on? Why is it this? Why is it that? And the man himself is also shy to say, babe, I don't know what's going on with me. This is what I'm facing. I don't know why my dick is this. I don't know why I'm this. Both people, they're not matured enough to have that discussion over a drink, over a meal. They see other factors that are in the marriage, such as nagging, not cleaning, or she talks too much, or he nags too much, or he's a narcissist, or he's this, he's that, he's this, that. So they are literally going round the circle instead of addressing the main issue,
Okay.
and then they
Thank you.
split up.
Okay, thank you so much, Laurentia. So I'm trying to like round up before by 9 on the dot. So I'm trying to like
Oh
make
yes,
everyone.
sorry, talking too
Yeah,
much.
so I'm trying to like get everyone's submission so we don't end up talking and some persons don't get to hear their opinion or their views before um, we end up for today. So thank you for this now. Like you've
I wanted
mentioned.
to engage.
Yes, yes, with Valley, I'll come to you. So I just wanted to pinpoint some of the factors she's mentioned. So you've mentioned
Yes,
poor
yes.
sexual performance can lead to men's mental health and causing depression. You've also mentioned stress, being overwhelmed with responsibilities and expectations from their partners or family members and relatives, right? Okay. As regards that, so this for the sexual part, so you're suggesting that both parties try to talk to each other. Like when you're in a relationship, we should adapt the method of always giving feedback, right? So feedback is necessary in our relationship. So when you're with your partner, let them know that, oh, this is the aspect that you are lagging. Maybe you should do this and recommend ways. Like when it comes to this erectile dysfunction, we can recommend what to do. Like maybe them seeing a doctor and seeking medical advice and help for that, right? Laurentia, I guess that's it. So quickly, so we don't lag behind. Which Valley, please, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I actually wanted to engage Loretta. She spoke about something very, very important.
Okay.
But also you can, I want to supplement on her point. Like sexuality is very important in a relationship. But of course, relationship, like marriage relationship, is all about sex. Sex there's no, it can be excluded. It's always there. But what most people actually miss is love. People mistake sex to be love, but love is something more deeper and more fundamental. For example, when you're, like she talked about communication, do you know when you make your partner very comfortable around you and you can have all those deeper conversations, that's an expression of love. Okay, and that you may not be able to express it through sex. So it's extremely important to understand that the person you're with in a relationship is extremely comfortable around you, and you just being around can somehow amplify their energy. They can, they can stimulate certain positive chemicals in her brain. So it's a very, very powerful thing. Yes, sex is very important, but there is something a little bit beyond sex, which is love. And of course, when I say love, I mean something more fundamental, that connection, that deeper connection that you make when you make people around you very comfortable. They can make free communication. They can talk about anything they want to talk about, paying attention when they are listening. Because attention, when you give attention to someone, you're actually giving them your energy. Okay, like of course you know that where you put your focus, energy flows. So when you focus on your person and you're paying attention to that person, just you're giving that person energy, and that energy is going to grow. Usually what spoils the relationship is not giving attention to the person that you claim to be loving. So yes, that's my engagement. Then going back to the topic, mental health, I don't know, I can just continue and give my submission.
Yes, you can. Continue, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So, like when you talk about mental health, first of all, you have to understand that mental health is a psychological phenomenon. It's something that happens within our psychology. Okay? So, anything to do with psychology is extremely important to understand human behaviors. The fundamental cause of the behaviors that we express as human beings is extremely important. First of all, in my simple understanding, most of the things that we do, especially in a relationship, it is between action and reaction, cause and effect. A person, probably your spouse, says something and you respond to that something, or you react. You can either react or respond. But you have a choice. You have a choice to, like, you can choose how you're going to respond. For example, if your husband comes around when he's not happy, like he's expressing certain behaviors, it's all about you to either react or respond to that situation so that you can put him back in a normal state, because you can do that as an individual. So we have to understand the fundamental cause of these behaviors that we express and how we can either react on them or respond to them. So what causes these behaviors? I think the most important thing for people to understand, okay, the way I look at it, I can talk about like 3 causes of these fundamental behaviors that causes the way we express ourselves. The first one is self-image, our self-image. The second one is our self-esteem. Okay, I'm going to explain each. Then there is also something that I usually talk about called the interpersonal esteem. Interpersonal esteem. All those things affect us on a subtle level that sometimes we can even fail to recognize them if we don't pay much attention. So what is self-image? Self-image is the mental concept you have about yourself. Self-image is not what you see in the mirror when you look in the mirror. Self-image is the concept that you've developed for yourself over a certain period of time. And usually it's so unfortunate that these mental concepts, these mental images we have about ourselves, they usually come from our environment. They usually come from how people treat us, how people talk to us, how, so like most of the things come from other people. We don't develop them on our own. So that is self-image is a mental concept of yourself, the mental concept you have of yourself. Then the mental concept produces what we call the self-esteem. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself, is a feeling. But you have to understand the feeling comes from the images. The pictures that we hold in our mind is what produces the feeling in our body. Because when the image is projected in your mind, the purpose of the brain is to create a coherence, is to create a harmony between your internal environment and your external environment. Your internal environment is mental, which is image, self-image. Then in your body, it is translated into chemicals. That's why, for example, when you're a man and you see a naked woman, when you see that image, immediately it's going to be translated into chemicals. Chemistry is going to flow within your body and get your body prepared unconsciously for any action that can take place. So the principle of manifestation is thought. Thought is sent into images. Images produce chemicals or feelings, and the feelings push you into action. Yes, so self-esteem. Self-esteem comes from self-image. So that's thing I can talk. Another thing that I think that causes human behaviors is what we call interpersonal esteem. This one is not very important in this topic, but I think I can also talk about it. Interpersonal esteem is how you feel about your group. Okay, so you as a black girl or a black man or a Nigerian of a certain tribe, you have an identity. What do you know about your group? How do you feel about being a Nigerian? How do you feel being a black person? Okay, because you can, as you know, based on our education system, you're going to realize that the concept we have about Africa is not positive for us as Africans, because of the manipulation and the pictures we see in movies and all those things, they paint a negative picture about Africa or black people. So when, for example, Hinex is a graduate, he has PhD, he has all this kind of information, it is natural for this person to develop self-esteem. When you're highly educated people have very high self-esteem, but the more self-esteem you gain, the lower the group esteem or the interpersonal esteem, because the more information you get, you learn so much about yourself and you start hating your group. And actually that creates the behaviors of fighting among the groups, because you see yourself as a bigger person, but you see other people as low because you don't like them. You don't like your group. I don't know if I'm making logical sense.
Yes, but for us not to deviate furthermore, because like Shato said it's becoming too scientific.
Yeah.
I wanted us, yes, you were talking about things that or factors that can make one feel depressed, like when it comes to
Yes,
men.
human behaviors. That's what I was
Haviors.
driving to. Okay, I wanted to like to first
Okay, please
show
go
you
on.
guys
Go on.
where does these behaviors that cause
Okay, go on.
mental issues, where do they come from? Because sometimes we see the surface, we don't look at the root cause of what is happening on the surface. Okay, so all those things that you have spoken about, they are orchestrating those behaviors, and it's your awareness on the surface level to control those behaviors that are coming underneath. Okay, so if you don't really understand the cause or the source of those fundamental behavior, where they are coming from, then you're going to start you're going to start dealing with results, and dealing with results or symptoms is not something quite easy when you're dealing with the symptoms, when there is something orchestrating the symptoms. So understanding the human behaviors, where things come from, I think it's the most important thing. So my final word is that we have to learn a lot about ourselves. We have to understand ourselves so that we can manage to regulate some of the few things that come on the surface.
Thank you so much, Sweet Valley. Thank you. So from what I've gotten from your submission is that we should be self-aware. We should know ourselves, value ourselves, so that we don't fall into depression. That's what you mean. Like sometimes we fall into depression due to environmental factor and self awareness, right? All right, Angel, we'll catch up with you later. Loving ourselves first. Is that what you're trying to say with value?
Yes.
With value, are you still here?
Sorry?
Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
So yeah, like so what you would advise now as regards building a more stable mental state of mind, it's you valuing yourself, knowing your self-worth, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Thank you. Yes. Go on.
Yes, like I was saying, you said self-aware. That's very, very important, because everything begins with awareness. For you to make a change, you must be aware of what you're going to change. So self-awareness is extremely important. Knowing the source of those behaviors is very important, because you cannot work on something that you don't know. You don't know where it's coming. That's why you see, like last time I said that people are reacting to situations. You don't have to react. You must respond if you are to go ahead. Okay. Every time you react, you're actually causing more damage. Like she said, Loretta said that communication is key. We have to learn. We have to learn to communicate and make the domestic environment, our homes, very friendly, and the communication must be natural. It must be natural, and that's something that you can create. It may not be there in the family, but it's something that can be created. And all those things must be created, but you must be aware, self-aware. You have to understand your partner. You have to understand everything around you. I think that's the most important thing in this submission. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I've come to understand that loneliness, heartbreak, low self-esteem, low sexual performance, what else again can lead to depression. I've come to learn about these things, and I've realized that some of these are what drives men into depression. Okay, and I don't know if I was the only one that had been able to find out method on how to tackle this. I don't know if other people also learned as much as I did today, but I'm very, very much grateful for you all. I thank you for your submissions and finding out and taking out time to come sit with me in the box and share your own views on these issues. I'm really, really very grateful. Thank you, Laurentia, for spending our time with me today, darling. I miss you. And Mary, I'm checking on you really soon, as I end this live, baby girl. Thank you, With Valley, for coming out, regardless of your state of health at the moment. Sergio, thank you for your input. Sergio said it's money, that we women should stop asking him for money. When we stop asking him for money, when we tell him that we don't need his money, it will be very, very mentally stable. Okay, thank you so much. Thank God you learned a lot. We do this every Thursdays from 7 p.m. So if you like to learn more, you can join us same time next week. Next week, we'll be having a special topic is a request from one of the guests from last week. As we're giving time for With Valley to recuperate and come back fully to his feet, so we'll just be taking other topics before he's back to his feet. So we'll be talking about codependency. So one of our guests wants us to talk about codependency, like let's share our thoughts. So please, I'd like for you all to let's learn more, let's know what codependency means, and let's evaluate it. Everyone come with your own views, come with your own knowledge about it. We're gonna digest it all. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for coming out. Oh, thank you so much, shout out. Thank you so much. So I'll be hoping to catch you guys next week, and I hope that we've been able to do justice to this. The men shout out. I hope we've been able to do justice to men's mental health. Henry, please. I hope we've been able to do justice to this. At least me, I've known that, okay, I need to keep it low a bit as regards talking back. I need to appreciate my man more. When we do the do and I enjoy it, I need to tell him, oh, I enjoyed it. And if I did not enjoy it, I need to tell him that, oh, today you didn't perform well, yo. Let's try and find out solution to the reason why. So I really learned a lot today and I'm super excited. I'm grateful for the turnout. Thank you. I love you guys so much. So please keep it a day with me same time next week. I love you. Please everyone turn on your mic and tell me bye bye. Next week, codependency. Thank you. Bye, sweethearts. Bye.
Bye, darling. Bye-bye.
Bye. With Valley.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
that's
Bye,
the face.
Nicole. Bye, Sony. Thank you. Bye, Shato. Bye, everyone. Bye, Michael. Bye. Bye, everyone.